Hello and welcome to our Illumination Street special Facebook Live. Coming from my own home. I'm just sitting down quite comfortably. It's given me an excuse to get some of the decorations up early. And it's very nice to speak to you too. Illumination Street is a national campaign, now in its third year, encouraging as many people as possible to take use of their front gardens during the winter and embellish them with lights and displays to put a smile not only on your faces or the children's faces, but also of the neighbourhood as well. Communities is something that's very important to me, and anything that I can do and my team here to support and encourage you to create something very special within the communities that you live, that's very important. And of course, Christmas is one of those big times as well. Chance for us all, and goodness only knows, with the pandemic and the lockdowns and everything, we deserve a really good Christmas this year and an opportunity to have our friends and our families round. That'll be a good start, let alone being able to get off to the pubs and restaurants. It's about enjoyment, it's about putting smiles on our faces, it's about giving, and it's about communities at the same time. Now, you can send me messages in here. They've got me sitting down this time because normally I'm outside with my little monitor doing a whole host of different demonstrations and the like, but now I'm inside, I'm actually sitting down. It's really comfortable too, got a cushions at my back. George, who's filming over at the other end, he's sitting on the floor, but he has got a cushion as well. Are you comfortable there, George? All right, yeah, he's shaking his head. We've already had some messages through. Please send a message and tell me where you're from. It's 45 days till Christmas, I'm told. Does that sound close or does that sound far away? It'll be on us before we know it. Some messages have already come through. Gemma E. James, hello, Gemma, hello to you. Victoria Whitwell as well, hello. Tina Ryan, hello as well. And Rebecca Hodson. How do I go about moving and splitting my rhubarb? Straight into the horticulture, before we've even spoken about Christmas. Well, really with splitting and moving rhubarb, it does pretty well. When I moved house over to here in summertime, I dug up all the rhubarb, and I'm never a great one for over splitting rhubarb. I dig them up, you can divide them. It's really after the first frost. Rebecca, we've had a couple of frosts. I'd wait until it's a little bit colder, certainly till all the leaves are off on the trees. Then you know that your rhubarb's gone into in a particular dormant section, so wait till a little bit later. More messages have just come through here as well. Gemma's just come back and said, glad you're in the warm. So am I, Gemma. It's nice and cosy in here. Next time we do one of these, we'll have a lot of the other fires lit up in here. Got this little one that's keeping me warm for the time being. Hi, David from Phil Weaving. Good show again. We will have our reindeer and penguins out. That's Phil from Shoreham. Thank you very much, Phil. Please tell me where you're from. Let's see where everybody's coming from. Fiona McLeod. Now, good afternoon. It's little old me from Northern Ireland. Hello over to you in Northern Ireland there. Thank you, Fiona. Sarah Ashley, hello, I'm from Guernsey. Hello to you in Guernsey. Gemma James is saying that she's in Kent. That's really good. That's not, well, who else do I know? Frances Tophill from Love Your Garden. She lives over in Kent as well. And Sally Ann as well, hello from Scarborough. This particular episode of our Facebook Lives is focusing in on all the beauty of Illumination Street. How you can add some lights into the front garden and create a marvellous display for you and the community and the streets around where you live. There's been many great examples of spectacular displays, and every year this competition that we run, the Illumination Street competition, this is the brochure from last year, pages upon pages of marvellous displays our judges have to go through, looking at lots of different lights and displays. And Illumination Street is a national campaign to light up our streets in Britain, has really come on. More messages come through. Let's say a few more hellos as we keep going there. Tricia Snowlin, I recommend David's Housebook book. Bought one as a present for a friend. Nice one, thank you very much. We've got one here to give away as part of the competition. I'll be going through that a little bit later. It's My Houseplant Changed My Life, published by DK Books. What else have we got here? Lisa Housley saying hello to you, Lisa. Maria May, hi from Somerset. Laura Agode, hi from Retford in Nottinghamshire. We've already got about 100 viewers already that's logged on. Maureen Jones, hello from Hoddleston. Hello to you, Maureen. Gagan Gupta, hello from Swindon. Tanya Thompson, hello. Lovely Tanya from County Durham, hello to you. Anne Hopkins, hello, I'm in North Norfolk. We know North Norfolk very well. Hi from Llanagach. That's a really good one from Gail. Am I saying that right? Llanagach. I was doing pretty well at the beginning. I should have just stuck like that. George is laughing at the bottom. Glad you're sitting on the floor now, George. Diane Gardner. Hi, David. Loving your show. Can't wait to start grafting outside with my lights. Hey, you should too as well. Hi, Dawn Roberts and Neil Watlin. Hi from Colchester as well. Getting lights into your outside garden couldn't be any easier. There's lots of different ways that you can add lights in. I picked these up. Just the other day, I went down to Burford House Garden Centre, and I've got some short films that I took whilst I was there to give you better advice on lighting and decorations and all sorts. And if anyone's saying, well, I'm not really sure about putting lights up in my garden, about plugging them in and all sorts, it's so easy. Now this one here, what did I pay for that? Is it $5.99? And there's a whole host of different lights that you can get in with these. Look at that. So you open up the pack and you get your lights like that. There's a little twist tie at the back. The thing I like about these is with most lights that you get, they're a lot less tangled. It's a little bit more, less like string, so they don't tangle up. You remember those old lights when they used to have those little, I suppose, light covers, didn't they? With some of them were lanterns, and they always got tangled up. But these are all just easy, and they just unfold like that. No need to plug it in. No worry, it's battery. You just put in the battery and press the button. Now you can take that out. There's lots of different modes you can do, planting them. Some of them are soft, some of them are loud. But you could just hang these up on a shrub in your front garden, and that is the beginning of your very own Illumination Street. Every year you add a little bit more. Look at these, loads of different things. You add a little bit more and slowly your displays start to really glow. Now there are lots of different ways that you can add lighting into your garden. I've got a little short film that I'm going to show you now where I went into one of my local garden centres, and in there it gives you an idea of what you should start looking for when you pop into your own local garden centre. I've got to say it's a big thanks to British Garden Centres. British Garden Centres are sponsoring Illumination Street again for another year, and we're really grateful for your support. They've been very kind enough to let me go into one of their garden centres and meet their manager Paul, who showed me around and given me the opportunity to take a look at the shelves and hopefully guide you towards the type of things that you should be putting into your own front gardens this Christmas. Take a look at this video. If you're looking for great ideas on creating spectacular displays outside the front of your home, inside your home, or even your back garden, the best place to start is at your local garden centre, because there's so much inside to help inspire you, and so many members of staff with great knowledge to be able to take you through some of the more technical aspects. That's from outside growing plants, decorations, Christmas trees, and of course the abundance of lights as well. I'm here at British Garden Centre, Burford House Garden Centre, to take a look to see what inspiring things I can show you that you might like to do in your own gardens. There is something truly magical about seeing streets lit up for Christmas time. Not just the indoor village Christmas, but the outside, our own streets, with spectacular lights to show that magic of Christmas. So decorating and putting lights up outside can make a major difference. It's not just the lights on a Christmas tree outside, it's also lights on any trees and shrubs that you have, or even decorating the outside of the lawn. Here we've got these outdoor Christmas parcel decorations in that lovely sort of like burnt orange and then brightly lit up silver lighting around the outside. It goes a long way in creating an effect, and putting lights in your home or outside the front garden is a really special thing that you can do. And there's a whole host of different types that you can choose from. Take a look at these, masses and masses of lights. Now these LED lights are really easy to install. They don't use much power at all, and they last for years and years. A single box here, 720 bulbs. And of course they're all on remote control, so they change the pattern and the colours as you go. Look at that. It's just a matter of putting them into position and plugging them in at home. Not just multicoloured, there are single coloured ones as well, not just white or gold, but there's ultraviolet colours and pinks and shades that can go with it. Adding lights into our gardens can't be any easier than it is today, and makes such a massive difference across all the streets, illuminating our ways and making us feel more Christmassy and a little bit more magic. If you've got a big lawn area and you want to have some Christmas lights, it's magic to do as well. It's not just about decorating the front of the house and the trees and the shrubs in the garden. You can also have self-standing features like this. There's a tree at the back which is a little bit of material with lighting on. There's this little stag here. There's a unicorn. There's a Christmas tree there. Look at this big one here. Perfect to set in the middle of your lawn or your driveway to bring that extra touch of light. Not just all about being white. Here we have the soft tones, golden colours of a weeping willow. There is some more little reindeer here. There's penguins, snowmen, and look at this magnificent stag. All of these features are great for standalone pieces in the lawn, in the driveway, or anything else. It actually draws your eye and gives an element of scale to the whole garden. Adding a touch of lighting in trees and shrubs and the centerpieces in the lawn go a long way to giving a magical Christmas feeling. Of course, there's plenty for the children as well. This little snowman here, there's Santa, there's a penguin. These are battery operated, so effectively no plugging into the mains. You just press a button, put the batteries into this little unit here, and they're ready to go. Look at the snowman here in a little sleigh. There's a gingerbread family. They're really smart. And look at those at the top. There's a little train set as well, which is marvellous for the children. Snowmen, little cheeky mushrooms. I like those mushrooms. And Santa at the back. It's great. It starts with one or two and ends up as a massive collection. And of course, it really goes a long way in cheering up the kids. Here we have the Christmas village, these small little characters that usually start on a little sideboard or a table, and as parents we put one or two, and then every year the kids get us to add another house, add another little ice skating rink, and before you know it, it takes somewhere in the region of about an hour to set up every year the Christmas village. But it is part of the tradition of Christmas, and we love it too. And the expand of the range with houses and other things makes something a bit special. And that's the magic of Christmas. A series of traditions of lights and things that enthrall us and capture the child within. Adding outdoor lighting and creating indoor lighting displays as well through different aspects of Christmas trees and Christmas villages and a whole host of different characters all play a part of bringing a touch of magic to our Christmas. Well, I hope you found that inspirational. There are so many different lights that you can choose from. And if you don't put lights up outside, give it a go. These little battery ones that I showed you just earlier on, that are perfect. It's a great way to get started. A click of a button and hey presto, you're off. And because they operate from a battery and the batteries last for ages and ages, you can put displays up outside and just with a click of a button enjoy them. The only thing is, of course, you've got to go out and turn them off at night if you want the batteries to last even longer. But there are different ways that you can add lighting into your outside garden just by using the mains, and I'll talk to about a few of those as we go on in this Facebook Live. Loads of other messages that have come in as well. A big hello to Elaine Whittle. Hello to you, Elaine. Kerry Anderson Riley, hi from Blackpool. Pam Darby from West Bromwich. Hello to you, Pam. Coral Baker. Hello, Coral from East London. Sarah Beagley. Hello, Sarah. You're both from Kent. Sarah and Kate are in Kent. Caroline, hi there. You should come to Orkney to see how we do things differently. And a little smiley face. Burford House Garden Centre, hi from Paul. Paul's the manager there. You'll be seeing him in a short video, and he does very well, showing me the marvellous ways that he has used products from outside and nature to create quite spectacular displays inside. And we'll be taking some of his hints and tips, so hopefully you can adopt those in your own gardens and homes. Rachie Evans, hi from Rachel in Nuneaton in Warwickshire, just up the road. Can't wait to get our lights and our blow-up Santa. We had a blow-up Santa. It wasn't blowing up quite at the end. It's another one. Isn't it the case when you start the Christmas and you unpack and you go, oh yeah, I said to myself, I'll get those lights up a week earlier and fix some of those bulbs and replace some of this, that and the other. Well, here's a good wake-up call. 45 days till Christmas, ample opportunity to bring out the Christmas decks and give them a really good service before you have to put them up. That's a note to myself as well, I hasten to add. What else have we got here? I've got some old-style lanterns from my parents. Thank you, Rachie. Michelle Edwards, hello from Norwich, another Norwich viewer. Also, Rachie's back again. I put our decorations and trees up any day after my mum's birthday on the 29th of November. That's a good question. Please, tell me, when are you putting your Christmas decorations up? Do you put them up before the beginning of December or do you wait till afterwards? Let me know, please. Sally Ann, I love my local garden centre as they put on such a marvellous display. You've got to say, garden centres are now the main point to shop for Christmas, and there are many different garden centres up and down the country that make those offers. We're doing some short films with our sponsors, British Garden Centre Group, who do some marvellous displays as well. Well done, Sally. Gemma James, battery ones are such a brilliant idea. I will be definitely buying some of them. Give them a go. I'm putting these ones out tonight. Gemma James again. Battery ones, oh no, there's another one there. Joe Birch, hi David from Joe in Burnley. Erez, hi David from Israel. I've got a lot of inspiration from you and I love the show that you're on. Love your garden. Thank you very much for that, Erez. Georgia J. Reeves, hi, it's Georgia from Bourne in Lincolnshire. Jan Aspinall Hughes, hi from Wigan. Joe Birch, I have solar powered lights outside. They're great. Of course, they're solar powered too. Now, let me give you a little window into some of the more spectacular displays that we see on Illumination Street. We run a national competition with various different entries, and you should see some of the exhibits. They're truly inspiring. I'm going to show you a few photos of our last year's winners in the different categories. Now, first up is the best outdoor display. These are the big displays. People who've been creating their homes into huge illuminated masterpieces. Our winner of the last year's best outdoor display was Mark and Dan War Excellence, and they created a jaw-dropping Disney theme by transforming their bungalow into a Disney castle. The entrance is LED and UV lit tunnel, and you're greeted by lights, unicorns and wolves and other magical creatures and objects. They put on a credible display and they raise money to help a lot of charities, including Macmillan and the Air Ambulance. Marvellous. In second place, take a look at this. What a spectacular display. This is Sue and Graham Hawkes. They created the whole front of their house, and as you can see on the roof, there was a section there dedicated to support the hard work of the NHS during the pandemic. Lovely display, Sue and Graham. And third place was Natalie Price. Take a look at that house. Can you fit any more lights on there? That must take Natalie and the family ages. But, you know, people drive for miles to take a look at these houses to feel like Christmas. Now, it isn't all about big outdoor displays. There are smaller displays as well. And our winner of the small display was Jonathan Burge. And he transformed his home, this is in Weston-super-Mare, to look like an old toy shop. The fun he must have had putting this together. Even included new windows featuring moving toys such as robots and cars. In fact, the entire house was covered in an assortment of coloured lights covering the trees and the shrubbery outside. Beautiful. Now, in second place was Kavitha Kirby with her curtained home. Look at that. Looks like curtains are pulled either side with bright reindeers and gorgeous white lights. How inspiring. So easy to do, putting these displays up. It takes a bit of time, but once you've got them in and they like, there's nothing quite like it. In third place was Mike Baldwin with a beautiful display, which he times to music. Those lights change colour and music plays as well. Fantastic. And there's many more. I'll show you some of the community outdoor displays. These are where communities have pulled together to create something quite special. Our winner was Hayley Christmas Walking Trail, where the whole of the village of Hayley in Oxfordshire created a cohesive community display. 46 houses took part with a little walking trail so all the families can walk up and down and see the beauty of the lights displaying a unique festive world. Display ranged from simple fairy lights to snow machines to nativity scenes. Just every house did something special. Second place was Old Hanwell with an Advent window project. If you've not done one of these before and you live in a tight community, you want to take inspiration from these. What happens is each household gets a number, obviously between 1 and 25 for Christmas Day. And each day, each house then dresses up some windows. And if you've got number 1, you do your own theme, whether it's Batman, whether it's Frozen, whether it's Santa's Grotto. And every house has an allocated number, and you turn your lights on with that number as the day arises. If you're number 6, like in the picture here, you wait till the 6th of December and you light it up. And in fact, in joint third place in Brownsborough Way, in Christmas lights, incredible streets where all the houses had lights display. We saw another village Advent calendar winning joint third place, Helpston Village Advent. As you can see their number there. This one was a Star Wars one. It's got a number 7 in the corner and it looks really spectacular. We do another category for best front door, which is simple. So you just do a display outside your own front door to welcome people in. Our winner was Mandy Calderon, who made a Candyland archway complete with handmade and painted by herself, all used by recycled materials. Second place was Julie Murray with her classic golden doorway. Absolutely beautiful, Julie. And in third place was Emma Ross with her stunning Winter Wonderland front door. Isn't that beautiful? We do something for the kids as well, and this is marvellous. Please, if you don't want to take part in some of the bigger front garden displays and you've got young children, this is perfect for you. Best Children's Displays are just a small display that they put together. Chewton Common Playgroup won the judges over with their Snowman Army. Really spectacular snowman army. They were painted by the children and put out for displays for the whole community to see. The other winner was the children at William Law Primary School and Peterborough, who decorated their window with NHS theme, making fully equipped snowman out of medicine pots. Look at that. In second place was Chaucer Junior School with their fun handmade creations. Really nice. And third place was Alice Code and her lovely self-made Christmas displays in her own bedroom. How gorgeous is all of that? If you really want to make a big splash and display, take a look at the Illumination Street website. If you just Google Illumination Street, you'll come straight onto it. There's loads of hints and tips and guides and information to help you. And please, if you've got any kids or you're at school with your school teacher with kids, please take a look at entering something in there. We've already had over 100 entrants. The voting, the applications only opened a matter of days ago. It is a really good, inspiring competition to get you going, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of those pictures of those fantastic efforts. Okay, what about the different types of displays that you can do? I was with Paul Benson at Burford House Garden Centre, one of the British Garden Centre groups, at the beginning of this week. And he took a moment to show me around his displays and how he's put a special twist to make things look so much better. And there's a lot of ideas that Paul's done here that you may wish to take into your own homes. Take a look at this. Well, I'm now inside the main part of the garden centre, and it feels like Christmas. The music is going off in the background with Christmas tunes and masses of baubles and lights and tinsel on a whole host of different decorations. Now, I'm in here to meet up with the garden centre manager, Paul, who's been about at this particular garden centre for 2 decades, and I have to say the displays here look absolutely marvellous. How long is it taking you just to get to this stage?
So we start first week in September straight away. As soon as we've got garden furniture sold and dusted, we then move in here and recreate Christmas. And it takes us from first week of September, and we still work on it now actually. still tweaking and making changes as we go along. So,
But it's much more than just a shop where you've got lines of things to buy. I mean, you've created a winter wonderland almost in here.
yeah, well, I think there's a lot of competition about, well, there is, as we know, and it's so we
Competition, what, between different garden centres?
definitely between different garden centres, but also, of course, the industry. So we want to grab all the sales we can here, as much as we can. So we have to just keep raising the bar year on year, thinking of new designs, new ideas, something fresh, something different you can do with the decorations.
But a lot of customers who come want to, you get that magical feeling of Christmas walking in, because it's not like any other retailer's garden centres, because the amount of effort, and it's the imagination, I suppose, Paul, that gets me, is because this isn't all arrived flat packed for you just to install. No. You've taken bits from other parts of the garden centre and the grounds and the storage areas and recreated it in here, because I'm pretty sure none of these were delivered with your Christmas, were they?
No, we cut all the branches down, and the rule is it can't be too big.
No.
I mean, it's a big space, this is, so you need to get big branches, and a lot of this is willow, which of course grows year on year.
So it's part of, you'll be cutting this down anyway, so you're giving it a second use. Absolutely, rather than just cutting it down for cutting down, say.
Ivy as well. I mean, we've got lots of ivy around, so and this is great for displays.
And what about this here? Where does this come from?
Yeah, well, you can buy that.
Okay.
Most of what you see in here, in fact, pretty much everything, we always say you can buy. So there's a price for everything. So yeah, fleur-de-lis archway, which is lovely. Yeah, you can go in your garden and you can use it at Christmas as well as in the summer.
So you're using stuff that's in the garden. Now, as I'm walking around, there's a different feel, because this theme here is really, it's blues and silvers. Is that right,
That's
Paul?
right, yeah. It's kind of loosely on a midnight theme here. So we do theme each colourway. So we come out of midnight, and this then goes
slightly warmer colour, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what we call the traditional theme, really.
Yeah.
And it's loosely on a Scottish castle, but yeah.
Well, I can see that, because you've got tartan material that's gone onto the back. It's got a warm feel. Because when people, if you're at home and you're looking to try and do something special at Christmas, you don't just have to have a mixture of red and green and blue and all the different colours. You can theme them down to choose the particular theme that you want that year or every year, depending on the on your taste. So you've got touches of gold in here, green, and of course the bright colours of red.
Yeah, all traditional colours, we think. Yeah.
But that's quite a big. Now, what's around the back? Because if you created this, you've got to do something on the.
That's right. Yeah. So then we go into the children's bit, and we created another fireplace this side, with the USB, the roaring fire, and.
It's really, I can actually feel a little bit of the pain from it. It's all in the mind, I know, but good grief. And it's magic. And then this section is a little different, because a lot of candy canes and I take it, is this a kiddie section?
That's right, yes. Yeah. Bit of fun, yeah.
Well, we like this, because I've seen this at another one of your garden centres, British Garden Centre over in Charlcote, and my kids come around these parts and have a little look, because isn't there a little elf that pops down there as well?
Coming down, and here they go.
There we are.
Right on
I'm not making it up. It's true. Look, I remember them because our kids. And just take a look along the wall there. There's a whole host of different decorations. In the old days, it just used to be baubles, but you've got everything now. Right, what's this? A little Jeep here with a Christmas tree across the top, scooters, and a whole host of others. But what I really like about it is that you can't just see everything in one go, Paul. What you created is there's a little walkthrough. You want to explore, don't you? Yeah. You've got that. Wow. Come and tell me what you've done just here.
Yeah. So this is our unicorn. So the team tried to gather some ideas to see how we could make him more spectacular than he is. So we came upon the idea of having a carriage. This section is romance, and so we thought we'd build a carriage. So that's what we kind of did. We've got this old cart that we use for merchandising, cut some board to go on the top to make that shape. This was an old garden arbour which had pieces missing and bolts missing and things. So we just rebuilt that for the seat. And this actually is old plastic piping, which we just bent and painted pink for the archways.
It's all about imagination. You think about in your own gardens or your own homes, items that you have behind the garage, around the outside, that you can take into your displays, create, spray paint them different colour, enhance them with light and tinsel, and create something quite magical. And I love the colouring here. So we've gone from blues and silvers into the reds and tartan, then into the children's area. And here, this winter rose, is that what you call it?
Winter rose, that's right, yes, yeah.
And it really, I like the fact that you've got the willows that are around the outside. Did you spray the willows as well?
No.
You've just left the natural drying?
It's lovely colour. They pick up this sort of silver tinge as they dry out, which is perfect.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So a lot of it can be really easily installed. Now, down here, as I come across, all of the ceiling is, you've used a lot of natural materials that embellish and tie in with the stuff you've got. Now, this one's feeling a little colder in here again. This time we've got reds and blues.
This is our Scandinavian theme, so yeah, quite simplistic, and the red and the silver and greys in here. Yeah, this is another popular theme as well.
And this is is it the hygge? Is that how they pronounce
That's right,
it?
yes.
Is this it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hygge is one of the Scandinavian. It's all about being able to relax in the perfect moment, maybe with a cup of coffee, the fire going, a rug around the outside, your favourite tunes. It's creating magic moments in the home, and you've got quite a few little characters here. Look at that. There we go. My kids were in here, it wouldn't be going back on the shelf. They'll be screaming for a bit. Come and show me some other stuff, because now you've got, I mean, this is flooring. This is cobblestone flooring up here as well.
So we try to use what we've got.
I mean, it's an old shed door there, isn't there?
It's actually my old shed that I took down at home, and we rebuilt it in here, yes.
And whose are the ice skates?
Those are Pam's. So Pam also works with me in here on Christmas. So yes, I'm not sure if she's a skater, but she's got some old skates.
But it's the magic. It's not just about putting up a tree in the corner and a couple of bits of tinsels on the wall. Let your imagination flow. If you're pruning down stuff into the garden, you can utilise those bits of items. An old shed, any other things that you may have in the loft. Let your imagination go and create something really special. Now down here, this looks like something out of a Grimm's fairy tale. It does. It's enchanting, I suppose, is the word.
Yes,
Come in and show me.
It's exactly what we wanted to get, really. So again, a lot of the big pieces here are what we've got existing. In the grounds of Burford, we've got some trees that had fallen down, which were probably killed by the ivy. So all this is old ivy that's grown around them. And we chopped it into big logs, put it there, and made it as part of our central piece.
I quite like the natural, because there is something in between the pine cones that you collect on a little woodland walk. I've got is that cinnamon I can smell?
Cinnamon and pine, yes, in the cones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, oh, they've got these scented cones. I wonder where I'm getting the smell of that. Oh, I could do with a mince pie right now and a cup of tea. Oh, it starts to feel like Christmas. Well, thank you, Paul, for taking us round. It's a massive display. And this is only just a part of it. A phenomenal amount of hard work, but it's inspiring because it's all about clever thinking. It's much more than just a shop for decorations. Reusing items that are inside your home, maybe in the loft, maybe in the garage, items that could be behind the shed, anything that you can take, spray up, colour up and create a really special Christmas time. I think you've done a great job here.
Thank
you. Mind showing me a bit more?
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Great deal of hard work from Paul and his team at Burford House Garden Centre. There's a lot of effort goes into that. That's the one magic of Christmas, is putting things together that change the look of your home and your displays. And I thought it was really clever of using items that he had in the garden or out and about and reused it. An old gazebo that was outside suddenly gets recreated into a snow archway, or that old wagon, that trolley was suddenly created into the drawing cart of a giant unicorn, and you love it. Your message is in from seeing that. Coral Baker says you put the decorations up on the first week of December. Well, that's not going to be far from now, is it? A couple of 3 weeks. Maria May, I brought up to put decorations up 12 days before Christmas and take them 12 days after Christmas. That's the way. I was finding out that it says to bring good luck if you eat a mince pie over the 12 days of Christmas. One mince pie for each day. That's 12 in total. What do you think of that, George? George doesn't like mince pies. What's it? And apparently it's illegal to eat a mince pie in England on Christmas Day. Apparently in the 17th century, something that Cromwell did in banning things like Christmas pudding and mince pies against gluttony. But Christmas without a mince pie? Do me a favour. I haven't had one yet. I'm looking forward to it. And when I do, it'll no doubt be in a garden centre. We put a poll out to you. Will you be putting your Christmas... when will you be putting your Christmas decorations up? 9% of you said you're going to be putting them up this weekend. 16% said they're going to be putting them up this month, but 69% said they're going to be putting the decorations up in December. 6% say they're going to put the decorations up Christmas Eve. Wait right until Christmas Eve. I think that's... well, I suppose you'll feel the magic. You'll feel the magic. You won't get used to it by then. Daniel Rayner, I used to do decorations for Wakesville Hospice. I'm hoping to start doing that again. Well done, Daniel. Sally Ann, I always have Christmas envy when I visit my local garden centre. I wish I could spend Christmas Day surrounded by all their wonderful decorations. You do. Looking at Paul's displays there, they're amazing. Maria May, I love garden centre displays. They make great selfie backgrounds. Worth remembering that one, Maria. Let's take a look at some of your selfie backgrounds with garden centre. Sally Ellett, I really love the pinks of that unicorn display carriage. There you go, Paul. That's a vote of confidence. We love it. Sally Ann, I go around my local garden centre and take photos of all the displays and make them into a photo book for my children to enjoy. That is really nice. And Anna Johnston, love the unicorn. That is a big popular thing. The other thing, of course, Burford House is the home, because it's near Tenbury Wells. It's been the home for a very famous auction that's been running for 160 years. I remember filming there, I think it was for GMTV or This Morning, about 10, 15 years ago, because they have the big holly and mistletoe auctions. And they take place on the 23rd and the 30th of November in Burford House grounds around there. So if you're from that area, it's worth having a look, because it takes a lot of it's trade sales where a lot of the shops come to buy to the big bunches to sell on. But it's something quite spectacular, I must say. So a big thanks to British Garden Centres for letting us have a look around their garden centre. We are going to go back one more time there, because I want to show you some of the flowering shrubs and other things that you can plant into your garden to give you colour at this time of year. Just keep your messages coming forward. I want to just give you a few hints and tips while we're about, because I get a lot of people saying to me, how to install lights and things on the outside. I want to put a wreath up on my front door, but I do not want to be putting a nail into it. And with many doors, whether they're wooden or UPVC, there are ways of doing it. You can buy a lot of attachments. You don't often see this in garden centres. If you're in there taking a look, you see all the displays, but there is a section that you can pick up lots of really helpful things. Now, this here is a suction that you put onto, I've got it upside down, you put it onto your door, you suction it, and it's got a hook, and you hang your wreath straight on that. So there's making no marks on your door at all. It's just suction that does that. I thought I had another one. Oh, here's another one. So there are many different types that you can buy. It's a suction wreath holder that you put onto your door with a little hook, and it enables you to hang your wreath up on top. I thought they were really good, and of course you can use them year in, year out without damaging your front door. Another good tip is you can get a lot of these. They're clear cable ties. They're more ornamental cable ties than the zip ties, which enables you to use them and then of course reuse them again in hanging up outside lights and tinsel and things like that. So take a look in the accessories section. Likewise, indoors you get a lot of different lights that run on batteries. You can get these little USB charger points, or these are the ones that work directly, so you can run a lot of indoor lights, not on battery, but from mains. And if you are putting outdoor lights out, always make sure that you are very safe with the electrics that you're using. And if you are using anything outdoors, make sure you get hold of There's lots of different types. Let me just show you what I've got here. This one here, you can buy these from most garden centres and DIY stores. In fact, it's a dry box, enabling you, if you are using extensions and things, and I advise you to double check on information with using electrics outdoors, but making sure that all the plugs are safe and dry is one of the key components. And there are many different types of these dry boxes to protect your extension cables and make sure everything you are putting outside is totally safe. And we've got loads of information on that on our sites. There are many other clips that you can get for outside use, things that you can clip on the side of the guttering at the top to hang your lights on, many suction clips that you can put onto the windows as well. Don't worry about putting too much zip ties or nails outside. You can do a lot with those too. And of course, if you are making your own decorations, there are lots of different ways that you can do it. A little bit of cardboard cut out, great projects for kids, and tinsel put on top enables you to create your own labelling. It's about imagination time. A little walk in the woodlands to collect pine cones, and then they can spray them up with the kids with a little bit of snow or silver or glitter and glue to make your own decorations. And if you are using a little bit of holly to stick on the side of presents that you're giving to friends and family, you don't have to get buried ones. Leave the berries for the birds. You can actually put the little red dots using a marker pen or a bit of paint just underneath the holly to gain that marvellous effect. Now, there is a thing about adding colour into your own homes as well. Whilst I was at Burford, I was taking a look to show you the type of things that you can plant in your garden right now to give you a burst of colour that lasts in and through Christmas and out of the other end. Take a look at these marvellous shrubs and colourful plants that are perfect for winter colour. During this time of year, a lot of people are saying there's hardly any colour in the garden. Well, walking around the garden centres, you'll be surprised just how much autumn and winter colour there is to embellish your front gardens, your back gardens, your tubs, containers, hanging baskets or window boxes. The magic about gardening is there's always something in colour. And you know, during winter, the varieties that do flower from autumn right the way through to the beginning of spring are the ones we cherish the most. Because whilst there is sticks and twigs without leaves on, trees that are bare and a whole host of other things that have gone into dormancy, there are a lot of plants that still give a lot of bang for their buck and put a smile on the face. Now, this chrysanthemum here, I've got one of these either side of my front door, and they will be flowering and keeping going well into the frosts. And sometimes if you plant them into borders, there's no reason why in the shelter position they won't come back again next year. They're really sold as annuals though, but the flowers keep coming, and it's not just this colour. There are whites. I mean, look at that pink. A couple of those in pots outside your back door or in your front garden, embellished with natural colour during this time of year. And of course, there are many other flowerers, because flowering still goes on. The beautiful primroses that you get. Oh, I can get the fragrance from that. That reminds me of when I was at college, when I first started in horticulture. It's funny how scent unlocks memories. There was a polytunnel full of these, and every time I smelled a flower, usually the yellow ones are the stronger in fragrance, but this one's got to come home with me. It smells that good. So you've got the prims that are out there, and of course you've also got winter flowering pansies and violas that will keep kicking out these flowers even during the coldest time. But look at their cheery faces. Oh yes, I may be wearing a scarf and have an extra jumper on, but seeing that flower warms me up because it's the magic of nature. And cyclamen as well, another big favourite. You know, back in the olden days, it was really considered just to be a house plant, but a lot of these hardier varieties are perfect to put into containers and will last in cold weathers outside. But make sure you're selecting the right one. The ones that are inside with the house plants, that's for inside. The ones that are outside in the plantaria, I got them from just over there. They're the ones that are suitable for your tubs and containers. And of course, berries are a big thing at this time of year. You've got this little beauty here. It's the little winter cherry, as it's called. It's a little solanum. that's got really nice colours. And of course, we've also got Panettias. Here's a white one, absolutely loaded with beautiful berries. It's a lovely Christmas look. There's a little tiny pink one. There's red ones as well. But, you know, in the front garden, you plant those in every year. They will grow. And it's almost like living Christmas decorations. But, of course, for these plants, it's much more than just Christmas. I've got a Skimmia here with its lovely berries. That gives it a marvellous effect. This is Veitchii. Beautiful colour. And then I've got Skimmia rubella. Now, these aren't berries. This is, in fact, the buds of the flowers that open into a pinky white flower in early spring. But it holds the buds like this throughout the winter, looking like loads of little berries when it's really flowers waiting to open. Masses of evergreen